Hello everybody, welcome to my first Q&A video. I know I posted the original back in January 2023, but I'm finally getting around to answering, and thank you to everyone who asked a question both now and back upon the original post date. I'll be sorting through the questions by username, and if a question is asked more than once, I'll be skipping it the second time around. Alright, let's get to it. First, I'll start off with my partner at boobleetea. What is your current favorite meme? This is a very important question. Also, I love you. Hee hee, I love you too. I'm sure you already know this by now, but I find stick figure violence really funny. I don't have a particular meme as far as classic internet meme culture goes, but I also think that German memes are also a classic. Next we have minamvs. Favorite character to edit with / favorite movies to edit with. Some of my favorite characters to edit with are Balto, specifically for his wide range of emotion in the movie and plentiful amount of screen time, and Todd for the same reasons, as well as him being a kin of mine. As for movies, I, similarly to the characters, really like editing with Balto and the Fox and the Hound. A couple others I've also really enjoyed editing with are Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron and Brother Bear. These next ones are from Scampscanner. What is your favorite coloring for edits? A coloring that never gets old for me is a more vintage look with browns, grays, and those kind of desaturated yellows. It always gave the edit a kind of earthy feel that I really enjoy. What is your favorite editing style? I don't know if I have a favorite style of my own per se, but raw editing is one of the more relaxing styles for me. As far as other people's edits go, I love seeing animash with energetic camera work and always have a lot of fun watching effects that I couldn't name or recreate if I tried. Who is your biggest inspiration in terms of animash edits? This is a hard one. There are so many talented editors out there in the community, but as far as both music taste and editing style go, I think my main inspirations would be Lucene or Hallelujah, Jess, catbfs, and Bash. I'm totally gonna butcher your username, but rxverie? Kinda just replaced the X with an I there, my bad. Who is your favorite animash character and why? This is also a tough one. Like I said, I really enjoy editing with Todd and Balto, but as far as non-persona related characters go, I love Big Mama, both Lady and Tramp, Tuck from Brother Bear, and Dodger. They just all have a certain charm to them. These questions are from catbfs. Favorite edit of 2022? Probably my Pygmalion edit. I'm pretty proud of the coloring and effects I did on that one. As far as 2023 goes, since a whole year has passed by, my anniversary for my partner, in memoriam, is when I put a lot of heart in and I think turned out nicely. How did you choose your channel name? It's actually a play on the word pillbug. I think they're cute and I like soft things like plush and pillows. What's your career or career goal? I actually don't have a specific career goal in mind since I'm legally disabled and can't make over a specific amount of money. I do plan to pursue my art as continuous freelance, as well as maybe volunteering somewhere like an animal shelter or conservation efforts. I'd also like to get into community theater, since I did tech theater in high school and I really enjoyed it. Favorite thing about the place you live? I love the wildlife and the scenery, especially northern Arizona. It's beautiful there, and I'll always be a desert dweller at heart. One place you want to travel to? I would love to someday travel to Italy. It's on my bucket list. It seems really fun and pretty, and I probably have a little bit of a bias for it since Luca is one of my favorite movies. Next we have reptivy. Favorite MEP you've been in? I'm really proud of the part I did for Phantom Regret by Meraki Productions. This was an exciting one for me because it was the first time I'd been reached out to by someone else to join an MEP, and by a studio I really highly idolize at that. Have you ever edited with anything other than Mesh? If not, would you want to? I would love to expand the media I use in my edits. There's so many movies and media out there I really enjoy that I'd love to work with in the future. I'll basically just list some of my favorites. For movies I'd like to use, the How to Train Your Dragon franchise, excluding the third, no hate to anyone who likes it, Studio Ghibli, Wes Anderson, Cartoon Saloon, The Little Prince, Guardians of Ga'Hoole, The Bad Guys, and Pete's Dragon. For series I'd like to use, Hilda, Adventure Time, Infinity Train, Centaur World, Bluey, and Gravity Falls. Do you have any other hobbies? I do. I do art mostly. I also do a good amount of plush collecting. I have so many stuffed animals, but it's a more expensive hobby that I can't indulge in as much as I'd like to. A hobby I'd like to get back into though is horseback riding. I used to do it a lot when I was younger, and I'm trying to get into fishing as well. Favorite movie of 2023? I really liked the new Spider-Verse movie, of course. Nimona and Asteroid City, all bangers. Favorite prehistoric creature? Oh, this is so hard. I'd probably have to go with Archaeopteryx or Spinosaurus. They've been favorites of mine since I was a kid. I'd love to get more into paleontology too. These next questions are from Direwolf. What is your favorite animesh that you have made? In general, probably still my Pygmalion edit, but I'm also a fan of this edit I made with Special by Gabby Hanna, as well as my Demi Moore edit. What do you use to edit? I use Sony Vegas Pro 14. I'd like to dabble with Adobe programs, but I have no idea where to start with that. What is your favorite animesh rare pair? I do enjoy Todd and Thumper, I think they're very cute, as well as Peg and Duchess and Kovu and Bambi. I think that Gabu and May from One Star Be Night are also incredibly underused for pairings. Favorite color? I like browns, beiges, greens, and reds, the more natural colors. I also am a fan of pale dogwood. Have an awesome day. Thank you, you too. Next is my bestie, lilacHQ. What's your favorite and least favorite parts when creating animashes? My favorite part is probably picking the clips I use for an edit, since it comes the most naturally to me out of the whole process. For least favorite, definitely text. I feel a bit restricted on that front since I'm not sure how to add new fonts into Vegas or transition them nicely into frame. I always end up using a different website to download new fonts and edit them in my art program. These next questions are from, again, gonna butcher your username, rxverie. What's your favorite non-Persona MASH character to edit with? I answered this one similarly in one of the other questions, so I'm gonna skip over it. Favorite design you've ever made, MASH or art? I don't feel like my designs are top-notch really, but as far as art goes, people seem to enjoy my character Everett's design. I also don't mind my warrior Katsona Reinhardt's design. I think I've improved them a lot more over time. What MASH character do you dislike the most? It's hard for me to really dislike a character. I can usually just shrug it off if I'm not a fan of them. I guess the ones that annoy me the most are like the entire cast of Balto 2, since that movie was just so shallow with such a missed potential on character development. If you could make your own animated Disney movie, what would it be about? Oh, I'm so glad you asked me this. I've actually had an idea in mind for years. Now, I'm no movie director, so of course I don't have a whole plot or anything, but I would have loved to see a movie about Todd and Vixie's kids, specifically their 7th kid because of Vixie's comment about 6 being just right. 6 girls and, I'll put this in air quotes, 1 boy. The boy goes on a self-discovery journey about 1, feeling more like a sister than a brother, and 2, meeting Copper's adopted daughter, much like in the way Copper was an adopted son for Chief, and they fall in love and it's a beautiful forbidden WLW story. Finally, we have Thelysie's questions. Sorry if I butchered your username too. Favorite Pokemon? So hard to choose, but Ninetale and Vulpix will always be my OG. Some of my other favorites include Fennekin, Lapras, Latias, the Rock Ruffline, Umbreon, Sylveon, and Vaporeon, Archeops, Flygon, Togekiss, and Mightyena. What do you like most about your editing style? I think I've gotten pretty good with my mana ping skills, especially with my map part for Take All the Time You Need. It's fun for me to mash two different characters together, and I think I do a good job at it. What would you like to improve on? I'd definitely like to expand on the effects and transitions I use in my animash. I feel pretty limited there, and I'm always hesitant to experiment. Show us your personalized personas. Do you have any plans for new ones? I have my newest boy Fisher. I'd love to revamp my old lady persona, as well as make a wolfwalker persona sometime. Do you have any pets, or what pets would you like to own one day? I do. I have 3 dogs and a cat, the first dog being my dog, Goob. His full name is Tacoma Gooberton McFarland. He's around 10 to 11 years old, my little baby grandpa. My other 2 dogs belong to my mom and brother. Their names are Jasmine and Gracie. Gracie's the youngest. My cat's name is Jarvis, and he's around 9 or 10. As for pets I'd like to get in the future, ironically a corgi. I've wanted one so bad for many years. I'd also like to get a hognose snake when I have the resources available to take care of it, like the space and the money, since reptiles tend to take more responsibility than, say, a dog or a cat. That concludes all the questions for this Q&A. Thanks again to everyone who participated. I appreciate your questions and had a lot of fun answering them. Here's to a new exciting year in the Animash community. I hope to get to know you all better as well. If you have any more questions or want to just start a discussion, feel free to drop them in the comments or DM me on Discord. Bye guys!